The Life and Writings of E.M. Forster. E.M. Forster, an eminent English novelist, essayist, and short story writer, is celebrated for his insightful and nuanced explorations of human relationships and societal issues. Born Edward Morgan Forster on January 1, 1879, in London, Forster's work remains influential, known for its critique of social conventions and its advocacy for personal connections over rigid societal norms. Forster was born into a middle-class family. His father, an architect, died when Forster was just a year old, leaving him to be raised by his mother and aunts. He attended Tonbridge School in Kent, where he experienced the rigidity and conformity that he later criticized in his works. Forster went on to study at King's College, Cambridge, where he formed lasting friendships and was influenced by the liberal and progressive intellectual climate. This period was crucial in shaping his worldview and literary style. Forster's first novel, Where Angels Fear to Tread, 1905, marked his entry into the literary world. This work, like many of his later novels, explores the clash between different cultures and the restrictions of English society. His subsequent novel, The Longest Journey, 1907, delves into personal integrity and the search for self-fulfillment, themes that recur throughout his oeuvre. Forster's major novels, written during the early 20th century, established him as a prominent literary figure. A Room with a View, 1908, this novel is a critique of Edwardian society's repressive norms, focusing on the protagonist, Lucy Honeychurch, and her journey towards self-awareness and independence. Set in both Italy and England, it contrasts the liberation of travel with the constraints of home. Howard's End, 1910, perhaps his most complex work. This novel examines social conventions, class divisions, and the connection to place. It tells the story of the Schlegel sisters and their interactions with the wealthy Wilcox family, ultimately advocating for the need to only connect personal relationships and broader societal structures. A Passage to India, 1924, Forster's last novel, and one of his most acclaimed, addresses the racial tensions and cultural misunderstandings during British colonial rule in India. The story revolves around the trial of Dr. Aziz, an Indian physician accused of assaulting an English woman, and highlights the deep-seated prejudices and complexities of colonialism. This novel won the James Tate Black Memorial Prize and the Prix Femina Vihir Reus. Forster's work is characterized by its incisive social commentary, wit, and a deep empathy for human struggles. He often focused on the conflict between individual desires and societal expectations, the hypocrisy of the upper classes, and the importance of personal relationships. His writing style is noted for its clarity, elegance, and subtle irony. After publishing A Passage to India, Forster largely turned away from novel writing, though he continued to write essays, short stories, and criticism. He became a significant public intellectual, speaking out on issues such as freedom of expression and humanism. Forster also spent much of his later life involved with the BBC, where he broadcast talks on literature and culture. His posthumously published novel, Maurice, 1971, written in 1913 to 1914, reveals his exploration of same-sex love in a society that was deeply intolerant of homosexuality. The novel's eventual publication highlighted Forster's progressive views and brought renewed interest in his work. Forster's influence extends beyond his novels. His essays, including those in aspects of the novel 1927, where he discusses the craft of fiction, have been influential in literary criticism. His focus on the necessity of human connection and understanding remains relevant, and his works continue to be studied for their rich characterizations and social insights. Death and posthumous recognition. E.M. Forster passed away on June 7, 1970, in Coventry, England. His legacy endures through his novels, which have been adapted into successful films and stage productions, ensuring that his observations on society and human relationships continue to reach new audiences. Forster's contribution to literature is marked by his keen observations of social mores, his advocacy for personal connection over societal constraints, and his exploration of themes that remain pertinent today. His works continue to resonate, offering valuable insights into the human condition and the complexities of social interactions.